What up, Screen Fiends? I'm GB, and you're tuned in to Headz TV, where we like to discuss all the wonderful things appearing on your movie and your TV screens. In this episode, we're going to discuss a new television series that hasn't aired yet, but I'm pretty hyped about it from the trailer and from what I've read online about it. Okay, so the show is a Starz original series, and it's called American Gods. It's based on a novel by Neil Gaiman, and I haven't read the novel myself, but I hear it's pretty good. I'm actually gonna pick it up soon, next chance I get to go to the bookstore. So the basic premise to the show is all right. I imagine it's going to be like an action drama, okay, just by the premise. And the basic synopsis is this ex-con named Shadow Moon. I know the name is a little strange, but we'll see where it goes. He meets this guy named, he calls himself Mr. Wednesday, and Mr. Wednesday seems to know a lot about Shadow Moon and his past and all of that, and which is strange. And after meeting Mr. Wednesday, Shadow gets caught up into a war of sorts between the old gods and the new gods. Now, let me explain. So, in this story, gods and monsters and mythical creatures exist, or they existed at one time. And the reason why they existed was because people believed in them and people worshiped them. And that's what was on people's minds and in their daily lives. They did things to appease these gods. Okay, they put them on pedestals, right? They worshiped them. And as civilization carried on and people believed less and less of these things, and there were less and less tales and myths and folklore going around, the old gods started losing their power, started disappearing, dying, whatever. Which brings us to present day, where all of the old gods are all but, extinct. I guess there's a few still around, but they're not powerful like they once were. And there's a new group of gods now, the new gods that represent the new things that people worship, like the internet and media, TV, just the world itself and towns and cities. People worship these things, right? People walk around with New York all over their clothes, or whatever state you're from, LA, whatever. And these are the things we worship, and these are the things we think about and we talk about, right? So yeah, there's a technological god that's all about computers. I'm reading all this, all about computers and all technological stuff, cell phones, whatnot. And then there's media, who's the goddess of TV and movies and news and all of that stuff. And then there are the black hats, and they're all like the gods of like the world itself and towns and cities and things like that. And then there's the intangibles, who are the new gods of like modern like the stock market and money and things like that, material things. They're like the gods of that. So I think that's a super interesting premise, that you have kind of like this war for power going on between the old gods, which people have all but forgotten about, and the new gods, which people don't know exist, but still worship the things that those gods stand for. I think that's an awesome premise. Like I said, I imagine it's going to be an action drama. I'm sure there's going to be tons of mystery unfolding. So I'm gonna put it into a category, to me, what it feels like when I watch it, and knowing the network Starz, I think it's gonna be a mix between like an action show, like I want to say like The Walking Dead, or what's that kung fu one, the Into the Badlands, or maybe what's that other one I used to watch that wasn't really that great, but I watched it anyway, Banshee on Cinemax. I think it's gonna be a mix of like one of those shows and then like a mystery drama like Lost, or like a Twin Peaks kind of deal where things unfold slowly and all of that. That's what I think the show's going to be about. It's got a pretty phenomenal cast. Just to ramble off a few names, you have Ian McShane, who plays the character Mr. Wednesday, Gillian Anderson, Crispin Glover, Pablo Schreiber. If you don't know any of these people, look them up and you'll know them from their faces. They've been in tons of other things. There's a bunch of other people too. You can IMDb it. Go look it up. There's tons of faces and names that you'll probably know. And I think this is going to be a fantastic series. Starz has done a pretty good job as of late. As far I like Power is a pretty good show. Ash vs. Evil Dead is good. Something else recently that Black Sails wasn't terrible. I mean, Spartacus I liked. So, Starz is doing a pretty good job with their original series. So I'm definitely going to check out American Gods. I'm going to review at least the first episode. Depending on how good it is will depend on whether or not I review more of it, and also depending on any response I get from you guys. If I don't like it that much, but a bunch of you guys watch my videos and like it, I'll continue to tough it out and watch it. But I usually give a 4-episode test anyway for any new series. I watch 4. If it doesn't grab me by the 4th episode, I usually quit on it. But we'll see how it goes. American Gods, Starz. When does it premiere? It premieres next Monday. So, what is that? Or no, I'm sorry. It premieres on May 1st. Yes. No, I'm sorry. April. I'm sorry. April 30th. On Starz, 9 o'clock, I believe. So that's going to be American Gods, April 30th, Starz. And 9 o'clock, I'm pretty sure. Check it out. I'm going to watch it. And like I said, after you watch it, come back and check out the channel. Have a discussion up. And we'll see. If it's something that really grabs me and sucks me in, we'll do weekly videos and we'll really get into it. All right, so that's it. Let me know what you think about American Gods. Well, if you're excited for the premiere. If you read the books, let me know what you think about the book. And, yep, that's pretty much it for this video. Sound off down below. Give me any opinions you got. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thanks again for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed the video. And that's it for this one. I will see you next time.